Nostalgia can be deceiving. Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 reasons Noah from The Notebook is the worst.
I don't know.
Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos.
For this list, we're taking a look at Noah from The Notebook. We've classified The Notebook as one of the most romantic films, but while the narrative works as a whole, when you translate Noah's behavior to the real world, it admittedly becomes quite problematic. So let's take a look at some of the issues. Number 10. Noah's unrealistic, unhealthy view of love. No relationship is perfect. However, The Notebook and its protagonist would have you believe that a relationship is imperfect unless it's filled with grand romantic gestures. We get it, it's a movie, but movies should still be aware of the message they're sending to viewers.
It's like a dream.
Viewers are impressionable, especially teens, so when they see Noah hanging from a Ferris wheel or writing Allie letters every day for a year, they may come to expect the same from someone who really loves them. Sadly, most relationships do not revolve around gestures such as these. As such, Noah's actions paint an unrealistic picture of how a real relationship functions. Number 9. He offers to change his entire personality to get Allie. One adage about relationships often rises above the rest. Just be yourself. You've heard this for years from your parents, friends, and teachers.
You just tell me what you want and I'll be that for you.
However, Noah takes a very different approach in his pursuit of Allie. During one of their earliest encounters, he quips, "I could be pensive, smart, superstitious, brave, I can be light on my feet, I could be whatever you want." It was at this moment that Allie should have told him just to be himself. Offering to change your entire personality in order to win the affections of someone is wrong on so many levels.
You're different.
What do you mean?
You're essentially putting yourself in a lose-lose scenario, because even if you land the guy or girl, it's at the expense of being true to yourself. Number 8. He convinces Allie to choose him over Lon. At one point in The Notebook, Allie is struggling to decide which man to choose. Should she go with Noah, the poor boy from the wrong side of the tracks with no prospects, or Lon, the wealthy lawyer who's well-educated, handsome, and frankly, quite nice? Oh, and he's also her fiancé. Despite his various shortcomings, Noah convinces Allie to leave her betrothed.
You're bored! You're bored and you know it. You wouldn't be here if there wasn't something missing.
This harkens back to her first entry, with Noah once again perpetuating an unrealistic view of love. He convinces Allie to follow her heart instead of her brain, but do you really want someone that pushy and insistent? There's something to be said for Lon, who's forgiving but ultimately only wants her if she's sure she wants him too.
I don't have to convince my fiancée that she should be with me.
Number 7. That boob grab. During one of their makeout sessions, Noah gropes Allie's breast without her permission. While some of you may think that this is no big deal, we have a problem with it. It's easy to get lost in the idea that Noah and Allie are star-crossed lovers and that every action they take is justified because it's a part of their earth-shattering and passionate love connection. However, this boob grab was totally unsolicited and obviously unwanted. As the moment Noah does it, Allie stops kissing him and looks away. So much for the old Southern gentleman trope. Number 6. The time he lay down in the middle of the street. Ryan Gosling's devilish looks and chiseled bod are a distraction. There, we said it. Think about it. If you were walking with a guy and he suddenly asked you to lie down in the middle of the street with him, you'd at best raise an eyebrow and at worst run off screaming.
You're gonna get run over.
Buy all the cars?
The cons outweigh the pros in this situation pretty heavily. For starters, it's nighttime when Noah pulls this quote-unquote romantic gesture, so the likelihood of the characters getting run over by a driver who can't see them is pretty high.
Just trust. You need to learn how to trust.
However, the real problem is Noah's insistence that Allie join him. Just let the girl think for herself, dude. Number 5. He builds Allie's dream home without consulting her. In her 2018 Bustle article, Noah from The Notebook is actually really toxic, Sadie Trombetta describes Noah as having a, quote, unhealthy and unwanted obsession with Allie. To illustrate her point, she discusses at length Noah's decision to buy and restore the home he and Allie attempted to make love in years earlier. It should go without saying, but this is an insanely creepy move on Noah's part. He tailors the house to her specifications and once it's completed, presents it to her. Imagine a guy who you had a relationship with years ago did this. Would you run into his arms? Or in the opposite direction screaming, "Help"? Number 4. His persistent letters. We had a hard time deciding what was worse, building your crush's dream home without her permission or writing her a letter every day for a year. In the end, we went with the latter. Noah's 365 letters demonstrate a compulsive need to be in constant contact with Allie, even though her parents have made it clear that they want nothing to do with him. However, the bigger issue at play here is the fact that Noah never received a response. Viewers knew that Allie's mother was hiding the letters, but Noah didn't.
I wrote you 365 letters. I wrote you every day for a year.
So from his perspective, he's just churning out letter after letter, day after day, for a woman who never responds.
Hey, Fred! Nothing? Sorry.
If that isn't creepy, we don't know what is. Number 3, the constant fighting. One of the biggest flaws in Noah and Allie's relationship that often gets overlooked is the fact that they fight like cats and dogs. This isn't lost on Duke, also known as older Noah, who points out that they didn't agree on much. In fact, they rarely agreed on anything. That's a big red flag, don't you think? It isn't just verbal spats that they get into either.
He's got a lot of money.
Now I hate you, you
Well, I
smug
hate
bastard!
you. If you leave here, I hate you.
At one point, they get into a physical altercation in the middle of the street. Duke explains away this issue by stating that they made it work because they were crazy about each other.
What do you want?
Not exactly an ironclad justification for the deep-seated emotional issues, Duke. Number 2, he manipulates Allie. Noah convinces Allie to do things that she doesn't want to do numerous times throughout the film.
Well, what about me? Now don't I get any say in this?
While some might view his actions as gentle encouragement, we see a bigger issue. The truth is that even when Noah tries to convince Allie to do the things she wants to do, his goal is still to get her to like him.
You're going away. You're leaving.
For example, when he ignores her wishes. But more on that in a moment. Allie was gonna drop out of school to be with Noah, despite only having known him for a couple of months.
You see, that's exactly what I'm talking about.
And you can come with me.
Did he try to dissuade her? Of course not, because Noah doesn't actually care about Allie so much as he cares about her being with him. Number 1, his refusal to take no for an answer. Noah's biggest flaw is his inability to take no for an answer. Allie is constantly rebuffing his advances throughout the film, but he just keeps on coming. Framed differently, Noah could be viewed as an obsessive and dangerous stalker.
I don't know, because I don't want to.
All right, well, you leave me no other choice then.
The most obvious example is that Noah is mentally unstable is when he threatens to kill himself unless Allie agrees to go out with him. This puts Allie in a dangerous predicament, as her refusal could lead to Noah's death. The movie makes him out to be an adorable scamp, when really, he's a textbook manipulator, perpetuating the idea that women are responsible for the actions of men. Sorry if we burst your bubble.
Now sit down. Hey!
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from MsMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.